What's up, guys? Back in today with more Gintama every time. Ginpachi Sensei, this time with episode 7. Good episode last week. Was a little bit of a touching one, a bit more serious, with Shinpachi and Tei leaving the school. Tei, whatever you want to say. Of course. Guys, Luffy wa Naru. What does that mean? Luffy wa Naru. Yeah, of course that did actually end up happening. We've got some hard-boiled stuff right here. Isn't there a movie? I think I'm not sure if it all comes from this or stems from this, but I believe there is a movie called Hard Boiled, right? That is quite highly rated and regarded. I found it the other day on Letterboxd. Yeah, funny enough, I've just caught. Well, I said caught up. I've been catching back up with One Piece a little bit. I put it on hold for a little while just because the arc I've been watching was quite slow. But yeah, I'm at the just after Punk Hazard. That's some I'm not sure what it's called, but Colosseum kind of toy people arc. Yeah, there's Tsuchinoko. I love those. I know they're not real, but they're cute. Big cleaning. Well, not the worst thing to be left out of. Okay, so we've got a bit of a clean up here. Search for some golden balls. Proper damn plot, this one. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the current arc of One Piece. As I said, the Punk Hazard stuff, it was good, but it did certainly stretch on a little bit too long, in my opinion. Could have ended maybe 10 episodes before it did. But yeah, really enjoying where we're at right now. Big old fight happening between a new admiral, blind admiral, who's pretty damn awesome. So there's Law and Flamingo. So yeah, pretty hype moment right now. But that's crazy because I'm like 650 episodes through, I think, and I'm pretty sure still not even halfway, which is just insane to say. When the boys pick up a broom, either they fight or bat. You know what? I think you're probably right. I always used to. It's gonna sound proper like chew bin hyo, is it? When I was, I think it was like 11, 12. I used to love going outside. I'm not sure what it was, but it was a pole. I think it was like some kind of cleaning pole, like not your classic one. But you could like attach different ends to it, so you could take off the end and it would just be a pole. And I used to love trying to do like kung fu and karate moves in my garden. Used to smack the plants, like there'd be like weeds and stuff. I just like batter. I just felt really cool doing that. I learned to like spin it around. I never really knew how to spin it around my hand, but I could do it like a couple times. The waxes. Is that the first time Yagyu's spoken for a few episodes? They don't want to pay the voice actors. Madao. Why do they call him Dork? He said Madao. That's something I've noticed with this, unfortunately. Some of the subtitles are a bit. Some of the subtitles, like, again, I think I mentioned this last week. Sorry if I'm complaining too much, but some people won't care. But why, like, Dork? Dork? He said Madao. We know Madao's is in. I'm going to embarrass myself here. Anagram. It's an anagram of I forget exactly what it means, but how does that exactly translate to dork? Like what's going on here? Also with the wee stuff they were joking about. I also probably think that might not be accurate as well, because it really was. I mean, I know they're a little bit childish anyway, but that's like especially kind of yeah. So it's just weird. Like I said, I keep picking up on these little things. Sorry about that, but so why dork? He said Madao. Like, would you guys? I was thinking, who are they talking about there? Like, who would you guys think they're talking about? Not Madao. I wouldn't call Madao a dork. He's an unemployed bum. It's almost like the complete opposite. So again, if you can't listen to it and understand the Japanese, I mean, everyone can understand. He said "mad" out there, but like, what are they saying? What are they translating here? That's not that I can't understand. That isn't accurate. Like, how bad are they messing this up? They're just too good. You got to go and buy them right now. It's too addicting. Right, there's One Piece again. Just like that. Shanks. I think he said Shanks there. Not sure who Jax is. But you know what? Again, on the topic of One Piece, I've really loved the reintroduction of what's his bloody name? The blonde dude. He was horrible, but he came back during this Colosseum stuff, and he's actually pretty cool. Oh wow, impressive. You guys ever used to watch this stuff? Sometimes I did when I was a kid. At like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. There'd just be nothing else on TV. I think we live in an age now where you can just like go on your phone or your laptop or something, but back then it was like shit TV like this or sleep. It's rolling Festa. To do Jump Festa. Well, I would be. Dirty old toilet water. Ugh, what was that? See this? That's just horrid. Imagine going around all day in your school uniform soaked like this. That's a day ruiner. I said this before, but I used to hate the fact that when we used to do swimming lessons, I didn't really get involved in them too much. But when I did, it's like I've now got to go through the rest of the day with chlorine water in me, feeling like crap. Like, why don't we do that at the end of the day? It was always like first or second period. Also, I love how it's just like stopping at the door. It just won't go past the door. Oh my god. The Blob. The Blob. Have you guys seen that movie? Very good movie. Very fun. Classic sewer scenes as well. Got to love a sewer in horror. The classic. Is that the right thing I'm talking about? The Blob there? I only watched it a few months ago. I might be talking about Night of the Creeps, to be honest with you. I think I might mix them up. But the Blob is terrifying. Yeah, I only watched it a few months ago, actually. Funnily enough, heard a lot about it. Heard it was a very good classic horror movie, and it didn't disappoint. It was actually quite a bit more horrifying than you'd think. Just a pink blob. What's scary about that? But they did actually do like the scares pretty well. It's a pretty old movie, so some of you guys might not like it, but I think that was a bit of a reference to it right there. Also, looks a little bit like Killer Clowns from Outer Space with the whole like candy kill, like wrap someone in candy. That bloody sound effect again. Oh my god. That's some armpits. You got a dirty glass on your hands. Just the way he's holding it. Like, don't know what it is about that. It just says I'm reading this later, doesn't it? Hey, one of the rare appearances of Salahar as well. It was nice to see. Oh, is that a time capsule? It kind of looks like a bullet as well, but that's the goal that we heard about. Perhaps. I don't know, it looks a bit like a time capsule. So, Kaga is essentially an alien, so. Is there much difference between a dog and an alien? I mean, I guess not. Both life forms. It does kind of look like a bomb. Oh no. That just happened to be in the prawn book. Oh no. Just don't bite too hard. It looks pretty dead. I think these can be it. There's that fucking sound. You know, there's a lot of famous sound effects here, isn't there? Yeah, a lot of these are already like dull, but sometimes you can find some that are still active. It's pretty scary. Never heard of anything like that around. Ah, here he is himself, the boiled detective. I think. Yes. Don't see him all that often, but recognisable guy. The hard-boiled detective. I got to imagine that movie I was talking about earlier probably got a lot of scenes like that, right? Surely. Even that, she says hard-boiled Oji-san. Like, why is it translated to that? That makes no fucking sense. She's saying it in English. Just write what she says. I can do that. Also, I saw a minute ago. I didn't realize I spoke about this in the first episodes about the dub of this show and how they stopped dubbing it, I believe. But this has a dub. This show, I think. I haven't heard it, but I can. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe these subtitles are from the dub, which I'm usually not a big fan of. Why else would some of these stupid subtitles be in there? Just annoying. Sorry, guys. It's just one of my biggest hates, especially that dub used for subtitles. That's one of the worst offenses an anime can do, in my opinion. And it's not even like the anime's fault. It's the whoever fucking sorts that shit out. Happened Medalist. I loved Medalist. But that whole show was almost ruined to me just based on the subtitles. This seems quite a bit more accurate to that, so I don't think that's what's going on here, but it certainly is like a bit egregious with some of the very obvious standout incorrect translations. I feel like they've done a really good job of that in the main series Gintama that I did watch on the channel. Never had an issue whatsoever. Don't think I ever brought up anything to do with bad subtitles. You guys seen the movie Hurt Locker? That's got a pretty damn cool bomb sorting out segment. Pretty damn tense. You've been absorbed by the blob. So it must be doing something right, because you're still alive. Yes, Maddow. The useless one. The one would miss the least. No, I'd probably miss him one of the most, but in society would miss him the least. Why do they keep saying fake tough guy? He's hard boiled, man. How hard is that? Joe, it seems the amount this guy, the thing's been played with. I feel like it's dull. I think like it's dead. It won't explode. Surely. Oh, that's cute. Kagura with the dog. That's adorable as. Her last moment, she spent hugging Sadaharu. Was it a time capsule? So I was right. I mean, to be fair, it did look like a bullet bomb thing. Oh, nice landing. And woman's got run. Oh, so it's actually like a treasure map. I don't know. So, love letter? Just condo. Light fever. Oh shit. What? What's the point in this? Like a love letter in a time capsule? How stupid's that? Sorry, but just like in the premise, you're basically ensuring your love is unrequited. unless the woman finds it somehow it's like an old woman. That was him? Yeah. Who's the lucky woman? Oni? Oh, yard for the time capsules. I mean, this sounds terrible, but honestly, if you guys found one of these, would you open it? I genuinely might not, and like try and sell it off or something. Rare time capsule. Nobody mystery type. It's like those mystery kind of auctions. Nice effects there, by the way. some Windows Movie Maker effects right there. Yeah, honestly, it might be worth just selling it because I doubt there'd actually be too much of value in them. It's also like one of those things where, like toy figures and such, they're more expensive unopened than opening them and selling the contents. What happened to you? Hamu. No Don Perignon. For my man right here. Okay, Mr. Hard Boiled back. You guys know when I watched the initial series, I wasn't a major fan of the Hard Boiled episode. I think it was 2 episodes actually, wasn't it? They were probably some of the weakest for me. Probably because I haven't seen that Hard Boiled movie or anything to do with Hard Boiled before. But it grew quite old quite fast, didn't it? So not especially great to see him. It was a bit more bearable here though. But yeah, fun episode. Sorry for all the complaining, but it's like it's just annoying when you hear something and you see something else, like you're being lied to right in front of your face. It's just like, again, as stupid as it sounds, it's like you're translating something from Japanese to English, yet the thing they're saying is neither Japanese nor English. If anything, it's closer to English already. Yeah, you translate it. My guy's name is Dork, of all things. You translate hard boiled as wannabe tough guy. I mean, that one makes a bit more sense, I guess, but it's more like trying to be cool. I see hard boiled as, again, I'm no expert on hard boiled, but it's like yeah, hard. Like you're impenetrable. Your cool demeanor, your cool kind of atmosphere, detective kind of atmosphere is impenetrable. You're unfazed. I wouldn't say it as tough guy, but I guess that's a bit more accurate than Dork is to Madao. Yeah, I'll try and go over that next week, but I got no idea what they're doing. If this is Crunchyroll, which I believe it is, there's I read an interesting article. I mentioned this a few times on videos. I read an interesting article about how they're putting less effort into their subtitles. They're not translating. If there's like text, if people are talking, you get the subtitles below. But if there's like a writing on the wall, they really used to like subtitle it and go the extra mile and subtitle things of like signs and posters on the screen and help us out in that way. But they're going to stop doing that, and also they're going to try and integrate AI into their translations. I think I saw, which is just we're just done for if that's the case, because the inconsistencies and the shit that happened today will just become even more common. So yeah, not great. Hopefully that's not already the case. But okay, this again. We're going to see the same shit happen again every episode with this. Is there any changes? Is this like a bit of a, not a Where's Woody per se, but one of those kind of notice the difference things where there's like a slight change to something each episode maybe? I feel like Gintama wouldn't do that. I feel like the joke would be like, you know, I'm just going to keep playing this shit. But what is this about? I don't get this. As also the thing with Gintama, there are just things that are untranslatable. Other languages and jokes. So who's in this? There's no one in that bed. I thought there was someone in the bed. Not afraid to be embarrassed while traveling. Ooh, a bit of school trip. Would that say not afraid to be embarrassed while traveling, but still try not to? So we got a girls' trip. Oh, there's a guys. New trans. Who is that? I got no idea who that is. Are we meant to know this girl? Yeah, new transfer student, and she's going to cause a commotion. This looks like the setting of Edo, like where the main series is. So this is quite interesting, isn't it? Looks like we get a lot of the girls, which is fun. Hopefully some more Tama, because we haven't had near enough Tama so far, have we? Sachan as well, we haven't had near enough of. But Noriyaki, who I said earlier, her voice actress may have only had a couple of lines this whole show. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, fun episode. Bar the subtitles, which, like I said, you can't really fault the show for that, because that is outside of the show. They voice the show, they animate the show, and then the subtitles come from the people dealing with the stuff afterwards. So that's very much on them. So no complaints about the actual show. But yeah, fun episode. Digging up some time capsules, what we thought was a bomb, cleaning the school a little bit. Went incredibly fast, didn't it? Again, was alright seeing Mr. Hardboiled again. Like I said, wasn't the biggest fan of his character or anything. I think a lot of people weren't too enamored by those Hardboiled episodes, but I feel like maybe if it was just one episode, it would have been like alright, but it being like a two-parter, and then I think they had even more episodes later on down the line as well. It was nice seeing him again. He's a fun character, but like I said, it's just like too much of him is yeah, a bit too much. But yeah, fun little episode today. Let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 8.